This is the Alverno College calculator tutorial for the TI-36X Pro on converting between measurement systems, which includes metric to English and English to metric conversions, as well as converting between different temperatures. The keys we'll be using in this tutorial include the numeric keypad, the arrow keypad, the second key, the 8 key, which you'll notice above says convert, as well as the enter key. Let's look at the example where we're going to convert 20 inches into centimeters. So we start by putting in the value 20. We're going to hit the second key, which will allow us to use the convert key, which is above the 8. So we hit the 8. This brings us to our conversions. Since we want to convert inches to centimeters, we're going to use the first option, English to metric. So notice the 1 is already highlighted. So we hit enter, which brings us to a list of options, which we now need to arrow through to find the correct option. Now we want inches to centimeters. Notice this first option that's already highlighted says IN with an arrow pointing to the cm, which means inches to centimeters. So that's already chosen for us. So if we hit enter, it takes us back to our screen where we had 20. Now it says 20 inches and it arrows over, and then it says cm. So this is going to take 20 inches and convert it into centimeters. So to get our final answer, we hit enter. So 20 inches is 50.8 centimeters. Let's look at another example. So suppose we have the example, we have 50 kilometers and we want to convert that into miles. So again, what we want to do is start with our value. So we put in 50. We again hit second and hit the 8 key, which brings us to our conversions. We're again looking at English to metric and metric to English. So this time it's kilometers to miles. So we're going from metric to English. So we hit enter. Now again, inches to centimeters is highlighted and we need to arrow through to find the correct conversion. So we need kilometers to miles. So as I arrow down and arrow over, I notice this one says kilometers with the arrow to miles. Notice this one has miles first. This conversion would take miles to kilometers, which isn't what we want for this example. So we have the one that we want highlighted. So again, we're going to hit enter. So we have 50 kilometers with the arrow showing it's converting to miles. Hit enter one more time and we find that 50 kilometers is equal to 31.07 miles if we round. Now let's look at another example where we're looking at converting between different temperatures. So suppose that we have 0 degrees Fahrenheit and we want to know what that is in degrees Celsius. So again, we start with our value that we know. So we have 0. We hit second once again. We hit 8, which gives us to our conversions. And this time we're looking at the temperature conversion. So we need to arrow down once so that the 2 is highlighted. Brings us to our temperature. We hit enter. And notice our first option here says degrees Fahrenheit with an arrow over to degrees Celsius. So that is the option that we want. So to choose that, we're going to hit enter. So 0 degrees Fahrenheit converting to degrees Celsius. Hit enter one more time. So 0 degrees Fahrenheit is equivalent to negative 17.78 degrees Celsius if we round.